Class is in session and the Brofessor is in. Time to follow the Buzzards prize wall. There's 22 hours here. It says it's got another one on the prize wall. You better get it while the getting is good. So let's do this. As always, number one is a big shout out to the J Nasty Booty. Thank you for your help as always. Number two is effing wait. Don't go picking things off the prize wall until you've got everything. I think everyone's got as many as they're going to get because the blitz be done now. But as always, that's what we do. And number three, get what's best for your rooster, right? Make sure that whatever you get right now is going to help your roster immediately. Feed your rooster. Make sure that you are going to get better as we go. So first off, what should you get on this prize wall? It depends on which category you are in. So if you are in the 8-plate category, there are a lot of bangers in here, a lot of really good plates that you can use. So, for instance, the Thomas chest plate, a great little plate for people who are making trap gems and increasing purple gem damage. This is great for someone like Lucius, shout out Davey D, or Julius. There are never enough Piper plates in this world. So getting a Piper plate is another good one. And if you have 100% gem defense strap that you might have purchased, then something like this where you get extra gem defense, a Final Boss Finery, is good. There's also some defensive plates that are really good to get, like an Eyes of Judgment or a Lion's Gaze or a Hitman's Battle Armor. Any of those that deplete your opponent's MP makes you a little bit more difficult to go after. So those are all good plates to grab. And once you get past the 8s, then we can start talking about probably one of the better plates out here to get. If you got 5, an Unbreakable Crown is going to just chuck things on the board. It is very good for that. The Will of Cargill also another very good plate for that whenever you get to increase your yellow and your green. The Nearing End might be a really good one for you. I suggest maybe getting yourself a Bubba's Specs. This is also a really great plate to have whenever purple moves. You get purple gem damage. Do you need hard times for yellow? And I believe it's yellow and blue gem damage whenever you make those countdowns. The Barber's Blades. You might need to get something like this for an Aussie or for a Hall of Fame Brutai. Maybe you just want more chucker plates. Maybe a Nightmare Insignia. Maybe you like using subs. I don't, but if you do, a Seal of an Acolyte is a great way to get some extra damage. Also, the Chic plate. So something like that for a lot of green users. The Hunter's Medallion. There's lots of really good plates on these prize wall. That's what's going to make it difficult to decide. But this is where it comes into looking at your group of players on your prize or on your roster and see what you need. A Glowing Fate plate is another great plate to get, especially for boss battles. This is a great boss battle plate because it stacks up the damage, that 200% on red. So that is a great one to get. That's not red. You do a different color. You do green. For the green, or if you have Naomi itself and you like Naomi's moveset, that one works really well. Hey, how about a Pyro Princess? Anybody doing blue multiply gems if you got yourself Indy, for example? Or if you're looking for other sub gems, maybe a Queen Tiara for black multiply gems, maybe sub damage with the Gremlin's Ears, or a Baddest Jacket or an All Hearts plate if you like using those sub damage superstars. I would stay away from getting plates at the very bottom. All of these seem to not be as great in the meta that we're in right now. They might be nice to have, but they're not super important and or usable right now. I would also stay away from that plate right there. The main face is a Foley, Mela's Mask, a KO plate. None of them do as much as we want them to do. The Devon Specs is sort of in the middle between all of that. Other than that, this really does depend on who you have on your roster and who you want to try to take to that next level. So that is definitely something that you are going to have to think about. And now for the J Nasty stamp of approval. The first stamp is going to go to the Tama's chest plate. The next stamp goes to the Piper's power plate. The next stamp goes to the Unbreakable Crown Plate. There we go. I got to circle things. There we go. Unbreakable Crown Plate. And then 2 on this side right here. So the Bubba Ray's Specs, the Hard Times Plate. Both of those get the J Nasty stamp of approval. And the last one on the list is actually going to be the Seal of the Acolyte Plate. So there's your J Nasty stamps of approval, and there's what you should probably get on the Follow the Buzzards prize wall. But we have another prize wall. We're going to get a bonus prize wall video here. We're Thankful prize wall. So complete the We're Thankful Talent Up faction contest, climb the leaderboards, earn yourself medallions, and you can get yourself up to 6 stars on this prize wall as well. So if you get 1, if you get 2, if you get 3, so who should you get on here? Well, first off, get somebody that you don't have on the prize wall. I guess the question we're going to get, I think I'm going to get most often is it better to get 1 person from this row, or would it be better to get 2 people, 1 from this row and 1 from this row over here? And I think the answer to this question really depends on who is on your rooster. So do you have Bam Bam Bigelow? Because Bam Bam Bigelow is a really good card to have in the game. So if you get 3 and you don't have Bam Bam, then you take Bam Bam. Becky Lynch, the man of WWE, Turnia, and Shawn Michaels, the Rocker, are both at 6-star gold. Not as into the meta as they once were. They are nice posters to have, but not necessarily for winning in the game. So if I had to then choose a poster within here, someone who can hit very hard is Pat Patterson, the Blonde Bomber. Logan Paul also hits pretty hard. And Bianca Belair, with the right things, can also hit. And then on the bottom row, Farouk out of this group is the best of the bunch. And unless you have, of the 3, that's who I would choose. So let's go to the top. Who would I choose in each category? If you're going to only pick 1 person out of each category, that's who I would choose in the top category. That's who I would choose in the middle category. He seems to be the hardest to get out of all 3. So I would pick Bam Bam Bigelow. I would pick Pat Patterson of those 2. And last but not least, I would pick Farouk as the 3rd one in this group. I do want to say a couple of caveats. The first is Shayna Baszler, the Submission Magician, is always CSS. And if you don't have her, this might be the time to grab her for that requirement right there. The other caveat is Logan Paul is often, if not the CSS, he's also very good in boss. So he is also boss and CSS lots of the time as well too. So that might be somebody to get. I can't think of the last time that you ever had to use Becky Lynch or Rocker Sean for that matter. They don't tend to come up very often in that sense. Anyways, you get the idea of who I would pick. That's my order, but you might have a different order. Again, it always depends on your rooster. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. You got 2 prize walls. Good luck with it this week. Happy Thanksgiving. Brofessor, out.